here. Team 4, Austin's champion select Austin. No, champion spotlight Austin. Champion select Austin, first pick. Versus Team 6, yet to have a name, currently called the Sour Dill Pickles, as per my name. I'm going to give them the go-ahead here to do the pick bands. So, I mean, kind of got a little closer mid-game, late game last game. Still pretty, the vibe band coming out.
Yeah.
Still pretty decisive. That early game, it was just not even close. I mean, Team 6 just got so far ahead. There was just an insurmountable amount of goal lead to come back from.
Well, and like we were saying at the beginning of it, it really came down to which bot lane came out of lane phase more ready to fight, and it was Team 6's bot lane came out of that way ahead. Twitch was huge going to the mid, and it really opened up team fights for them that they had that AoE damage coming from the Twitch, and the Jhin was sitting on at one point Youmuu's BF Sword and Zeal. It makes it very tough at that point because his Team 6 they played around that bot lane, managed to get essentially 4 people way ahead from those roams because it was always the Lulu and the Vi going down. It wasn't ever just. Whereas on the other side, it was just Nautilus and Rek'Sai got some kill participation.
Apparently the stream is black, Sebastian. Did you restart it? Okay. So we'll just say right now, so it's a first ban Vi, then an Echo, then a Poppy, then a Kalista. So we have Vi, Eki, Vi, Echo, Poppy, Kalista, and now Twisted Fate. Don't worry, we'll get the video fixed here. It'll just be 1 second.
I'm trying to remember what they traded that ban out for.
Sebastian, did you try switching it to Wumbo? You got to set to M for mini, dude. Common mistake.
Following the Kalista ban, we got bans on Twisted Fate and Renekton, keeping those the same. I'm not sure what it is about the Renekton, but they really don't want stock to have it.
I mean, it must be something.
Right, something we don't know about.
But I mean, basically the same banning phase coming out, putting that priority into the Vi ban. The first pick, Karma, coming out. Wonder where that's going. Going to be going to the Sal. Oh, Sal is a Karma player. He did tell me that
true.
himself. He said he plays a lot of Karma, and he's only been playing Bard because his Karma's been banned for the most part.
Well, the Karma wasn't banned in the last game, and I think maybe they were just trying to stick with what had been working. So maybe now they're gonna give him a chance to show off one of his favorite champs.
That's probably right. Now he gets to actually be on a champion he excels at. It's so funny that the stream, for some reason, it's generally like, do we have 54 viewers? That can't be right. That's got to be a glitch. Yeah, it's a glitch.
And we got a Hecarim Twitch coming out first rotation from Team 2. Packer saying, "Don't break what's not broken. Don't fix what's not broken." Wow, that was good by me. Good job. Pat myself on the back.
You want to try to fix it as best as you can.
And then a Hecarim for, I'm assuming, the jungle, but I guess there's no guarantee of that. And then a Lee Sin pickup. The first play of that in our LCS.
Let's see. I'll restart my stream on Twitch and see what happens.
I'll be excited to see what Lucida can do on this.
For some reason, it says we have 60 views. That's pretty awesome.
And we currently have General Dill just left the lobby, so we might have to have a hold up here at some point. Panda said, yes, it's working. We got a Maokai pickup coming in for Team 1. Assuming that's going to stock because we already have the Lee Sin, and that would have been a Maokai jungle, and likely it could have maybe gone to support role, but we already have a Karma in, which is likely going to Sal, so that's most likely a top lane Maokai. I guess you never know, but
it's nice that they're putting stock on easy engaged champions.
Mm-hmm.
More so for the fact that, like I was saying, beginning of last game, a lot of times the struggle is getting that engage. Where's that engage? But I mean, on the opposite end of that, I mean, fighting against a Hecarim is going to be pretty rough.
Well, Hecarim, Twitch, Lulu, and the Leona. Again, it's going to be tough on that Maokai to get in there because he doesn't have any big AoE engage.
I mean, they banned the Vi, but you ban the Vi, they just put in Hecarim. It's literally the same team.
Yep.
Same exact thing. The same formula. The tanky, high damage jungler, the support utility support mid laner, the high damage AD carry with the utility high damage engagey support.
And I'm guessing it might be a Lissandra pickup again, just trading out the Vi that got banned for a Hecarim. Yeah. A Sivir. Something that can have a lot easier time navigating some of these team fights than the Jhin. Oh,
is that still mid? Is this the Zilean mid? Oh, I hope it's the Zilean mid.
I mean, it could be. You could see a Zilean support and a Karma mid. You could go either way with that.
Now you got to ask, who's their jungler going to be?
They got the Lee Sin. They picked up the Lee Sin already.
Yeah, that's right. You know, at this point, he's just going to go Lissandra top. I assume.
I would. Why change it? He got camped and was still very effective on that Lissandra. I wouldn't change it if I were him. But
I mean, it's that.
Oh, the Galio!
I love it.
I'm thinking it's the Galio mid and the Lulu top.
I love it.
Galio for Dill.
Galio pick.
Where's Balakistran when you need him? So do we think it's Galio mid or do we think it's Galio top? That's what I would think.
I don't know, man.
Right.
Were any of you guys able to copy Champion Select?
I have it written down.
All right, that works too.
I'll make sure not to delete it off of my.
But I mean, I think the big thing that is, the formula that really worked out for Team 6 in the first game is literally the exact same thing. Same exact bottom lane, same exact. Well, I guess Galio is going. I think Galio is going top. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put Dill on the mid lane, Lulu. I guess we'll see. But I mean, essentially, it's the exact same composition. The only thing that happened is they banned Vi, so he's like, all right, you're gonna ban Vi. I'll just go with someone equally powered in the Hecarim. You still have the engage. You still have the peel for the Twitch with the Lulu. You still have the high damage from the Hecarim and the Twitch. It's just such a good, well-rounded team comp.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah. No, you're fine. Yeah. It looks like it is going to be the Galio top lane out of Frontlash. So that matchup should be interesting. I think it could really go either way. It depends on if Frontlash is hitting his skill shots and if Stock can dodge enough skill shots. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's just, I just really feel like red team just has such a better team composition. I mean, blue team kind of has the pick potential in the Zillion and the Lee Sin, but like, how are you going to get past a Maokai, Hecarim, Lulu? Like, what? You don't really have anything to kind of get past them. The Lee's going to have to make plays. That's really what this team comp's going to revolve around. Is the Lee making plays, the Zill getting nice picks. Because outside of that, they're not really having a lot of damage. The Sivrus kind of bring in, basically all of the damage for the team.
I wouldn't underestimate, especially if Lucida can get a couple kills bot lane early. I wouldn't underestimate the potential for the Sivir damage, especially into a big old beefy team fight comp like that. Because Sivir ricochets can start to hurt after a little while, especially if Buddy can get to Essence Reaver, Phantom Dancer. I'm assuming that's what he'd go. I guess it's no guarantee that he'd choose Phantom Dancer over Shiv, but especially if he can get to that spike early enough to the mid game, you'll have Twitch taking damage in the back line in a situation where he normally wouldn't be. And that can really start to take a toll on a team fight if Sivir gets to that point. And especially with the Sivir Karma bot lane, that was the bot lane Season 6. I mean, I know it's not as strong right now, but it's still, this is a go fast, we're going to run at you comp. I would have loved if we could have seen the Hecarim and the Lee Sin trade and we got the Hecarim into the Maokai Zillion Sivir Karma, because that would be one fast pony.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you were talking about before, and I like that. It kind of goes ties to what you're saying with the Karma pick. Last game, the thing that really benefited for Team 6 was that point and quick engage. They don't necessarily have that this game. They have the Galio ultimate, but that's kind of hard to pull off. Flash ulti, but you got Spell Shield. I mean, you look at Team was it Ashen Champion Spotlight? They have so much escape. Zillion, Karma, Sivir. I mean, that's so much movement speed, so much escape. The benefit for the team last game was that they had the Vi Lissandra. So they were going in. This is it. Point and click engage. We're engaging right now. This team comp doesn't necessarily have that as much. They're more relying on, okay, Hecarim's going to get behind them, make a pick. Leona's going to ult, make a pick. But the movement speed provided from the Karma and the movement speed provided from even the Zillion and the Sivir ultimate, that's going to be a lot of kiting potential. They're going to kind of be able to get away from Galio and get away from the Hecarim trying to make plays. So that's going to be something to see how they pull off that team fight with the Hecarim Galio combo.
I think we're in for a fun one for sure. We got this is, I guess, the second Galio pick, isn't it? Because didn't somebody play it already? Or am I dreaming? I guess somebody did play it and it lost. I don't know who played it, but it has been played before.
Man, we have a couple seconds before the game starts. This would be a great time to follow the channel.
Yeah.
When the 5 new Alpha LCS is playing. All matches will be streamed from this channel, so give it a follow. You'll be able to catch all the matches here live. Hear our beautiful voices. Obviously, that's excluding Eric. But hear Sebastian and I, lyrical, gorgeous sounds.
At least I don't sound like a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, that's because I am a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, I knew it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there a way to see Keystone Mastery is in the game?
No.
That means Riot. I know you're listening because you scout us for future potential for LCS. Riot, please add that in the game, and then while you're doing that, delete Rengar and then delete. We can be happy. I'll just commentate what's going on. Huge fight coming on. 3 people dead. It's massive. They're all dead. Oh my god. Eight's coming out for the blue team. Great.
I'm gonna take this.
Nice plays.
I'm gonna take this moment to tell everybody in the stream not to believe what Greg says.
Give an actual replay. There was kind of a little bit of invade. Got damage on the hack room. Not much happened. Just back to normal jungling around right now.
Looks like Hecarim had to base, but he should be back in plenty of time.
Minions have spawned.
And you were saying earlier the point of Illicita putting that pressure bottom lane, and making a comment that top lane is kind of that island. If you're behind, it's kind of bring it back in team fights. It's way harder to get that far ahead when you're doing the Maokai into the Galio. The Lissandra into the Nautilus was kind of easy because you just have the long range poke. Nautilus is kind of having a tough time farming under tower. Galio into Maokai is kind of just who's able to get their last hits of their abilities more. Who's kind of able to get more poke while also effectively farming. So he may not be able to get that big of a lead. So that camp bottom lane may benefit that way more, especially what Sebastian was saying.
The thing I really like about this Maokai pick, it has so much better sustain than Nautilus does, the passive. Nautilus really doesn't have any health sustain, necessarily. But the Maokai could just auto-attack every once in a while, you get a little bit of health back. And it can really help against poke lanes like this.
What is your guys' current in-game timer?
247.
Perfect. But I mean, it's nice to see Sal's putting some work in. Missing the
we got to play top lane already coming in.
Oh, lead landing, nice Q. Might be able to get the slow on the Galio, but it's not going to be enough. Doesn't need to burn flash. Galio still has TP, so not the end of the world. Maybe hold back. Deciding to just pop those corrupting potions, put a ward down. But I mean, it was an aggressive gank top. The level 3 gank coming in top lane, try to burn the flash. It wasn't enough to burn the flash, but at least pushes that in the lane. Gives that Maokai, who last game struggled a lot farming, gives them a little space to breathe.
Yeah. Already noticing a little bit easier on him to farm in this lane. Last game about this point, I think he was already down 10 CS or so. He's 15-9 at this point. That's much more manageable. Especially as a Maokai. Maokai is a champ if you're a top laner and if you just want to be relevant in mid game, he's a great champ because you can just sit there, soak up farm. Even if you get killed once or twice, you get your farm, and you can still be very relevant in mid game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm curious to see if it's what I normally do on Maokai. I'm not sure if it's necessarily the optimal thing, but if he's gonna go for a double Doran's ring on the Maokai, I like that. I think it gives you the damage on your spells to be able to just shove the wave if you need to be in that type of situation. I know it's not necessarily the most optimal way to do it, but it gives you that option of doing it if you need to. If you need to just shove it and survive.
They can't hear your mic in stream. Just so you know. apparently they can't, for whatever reason.
They
That's what Panda said, at least.
can't hear what?
Yeah, you specifically.
So we just gotta remember that they can't hear the Sebastian.
Okay, Karma making these plays here, getting the W on the Mantra Q coming out. Sivir, is it going to be enough? Nice flash from Twitch. The flash from the aggressive Sivir is even a W proc to try to get it. No, it wasn't bad. Making a nice place. And now the Hecarim's coming in, getting the Q on her. Oh, taking all that minion damage. The heal to be enough. Going to be able to finish her off. Karma might go down next. Leona doesn't have enough mana for any CC though. Very unfortunate. Not able to get the kill on the Twitch, and then the aggressive flash from the Sivir, just not able to finish him off.
Twitch managed to flash away from the second proc of the Q damage from Sivir. So the boomerang, how it deals damage is both on the way out and the way back. Twitch managed to kind of like flash over it and avoided the damage on it coming back, which is what saved his behind there. Because that damage coming back would have been enough to finish the kill in and of itself.
Right.
Luckily for this bot lane, Twitch did not even get an assist from that, so that doesn't necessarily help to snowball him. The unfortunate thing is it helps to snowball the Hecarim, which is a champion that can really take over the mid game, kind of like Vi. Give him a Triforce, give him level 9, he could 1v1 probably any of those champions on the blue team's side once that point comes.
I think the biggest thing is you don't want to see kills on Hecarim. That is
right.
The last thing you ever want to see
right.
on Team Tom. And he got first blood. I mean, that's huge. I mean, he's able to get the early Sheen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the mana regen, the proc on the Q. And it looks like Leona might be a little aggressive putting this ward down, trying to make plays. Doesn't have flash, though. Might be getting picked out. Twitch is coming in with the stealth, though. Getting the slowdown.
Oh,
nice.
the Leona
Phoenix coming out from Leona. Is going to be enough with the poison. The expunge. Just enough damage to finish off the Sivir. Nice plays there. Knowing their limitations. Knowing exactly how far they can go in. Karma looks like he might be trying to do something, but nice play. Leona getting caught out there a little bit, able to turn that around really well.
Great focus by that bot lane duo. Because he knows Karma's full health from all that. It just means that they were focusing all their firepower onto the Sivir.
Yeah, unfortunately, Buddy's problem there was that he walked too far into the minion wave and started proccing all of those minions all at the same time. If he would have taken maybe like 2 or 3 steps back, he would have been out of the minion range and it would have been a lot easier, and they could have just had an extended team fight, because Karma with an extended team fight in lane is just absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
But unfortunately, that wasn't the case there, and like I said, he just took one step too far.
Oh, that damage.
And they picked it up. And you see, this is what I'm saying.
There's the double kill.
Look at that right there, double kill. Double kill.
He's right back in that game now.
Lucido was down there. Okay, yeah, Stock may die here, but that's circumstantial. But you see, now Buddy is back into this game just like that. 2-2, 40 kills and everything, all because Lucido was down there to make that play and make that happen.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Sebastian is still unheard. Basically, what he was saying.
No, I fixed it.
You did fix it?
Yeah, I knew it happened.
Okay, cool, easy. GG, easy. I think in the fight before that, where Sivir was killed, it looked like Twitch was stealthed from that second bush in bot lane before all that had even started. And so I'm not even sure if blue team knew he was there. I think they thought he was base, and so I think they were maybe getting a catch off on the Leona, and then Twitch shows up in their face, and never mind.
Yeah. And you see, Lucida, I think, is finally starting to take my advice, because now you see him in bot lane over here. You see him bot lane trying to make something else happen and trying to extend the lead that's already there with that bot lane. And they have some deep vision too, so they understand where the Hecarim is at this point. Good job on Sal, actually, for understanding that they need to understand where he's going, so that way it helps Lucida make the appropriate plays from there. Deep coverage is always really, really good, no matter if you think it's random. It's never random.
Looks like we could be seeing a potential dive on the top lane here, or might just turn into an invade of a blue buff from the Hecarim. So maybe not. Galio's ult's not up anyway. Yeah, that's just a little invade from the Hecarim. Stock is going. He's got a catalyst sitting in his inventory. Looks like he's going rotted. Ages Maokai, which is fine in its own right, but I feel like at this point he needs to just get tank stats and just be a brick wall. I don't see anything wrong with necessarily a Rod of Ages, but maybe if you're the one with the kill at this point, you can go for that path.
Also, another buy that would have been really good for them was Spirit Visage, because he is taking a lot of sustained damage, and that Spirit Visage just really helps with that passive. And,
Oh, yeah.
Especially just the Raptor, not the Raptor Cloak, the the Spectral Scowl.
Yeah, that
taking,
one.
You're taking all that sustained damage. Well, it's like, well, you know, I'm taking a lot of damage, and I believe Galio may be running DFT, so that'll constantly proc the Spectre Scowl and actually gives you a lot more stats than you think.
Galio's got Thunderlords, I believe.
Oh, okay, so he's not even going to DFT. Okay, so
Yeah.
But still, the Spectral Scowl would have also been a good buy. I really do like that Rod of Ages pickup, because that'll actually help him transition into the mid game a lot better, even if he is behind, because he's still passively gaining all those stats. And he understands that right now he's not exactly winning the CS matchup by any means.
So it's more of an investment. I can see logic to that also.
The Lee seems to be trying to force something top lane, sitting on a ward, so he's just going to kind of back out here. You know, it's interesting to see. It's Infernal Dragon. Not much pressure's been going down there. You know, we had those plays bottom lane, but for a while now, pressure's been kind of going top lane. Lee also looks like he's trying to make this play bid now. Might get the W in on this. That is the ew. Can he get the Q on her? Oh, this is the Sun from the Zillion. Gets the Q. He gets the slow from the E.
He still got kick. Oh, that kick.
Put the Lulu ultimate and the flash. Gets him the whip. Oh, he gets
Another Q.
Oh, he didn't have the
Oh.
Man. Elucid up making some very, very spicy Lee Sin plays, trying to get something going, but the Lulu utility is just too much.
Trade the flash,
That's the tough thing about Zillion also, is his damage is a little bit more circumstantial. It's, do I have a Obama? Did it hit? It's not like the Ari that was on last just land the damage a lot easier than on those. If one of those bombs had connected, I think that's a kill.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to hit those with all the movement speed and whatnot that you
Exactly.
can just gain passively.
Exactly.
Karma's making the play on Leona here. Now I'm just gonna poke down. Might have been able to land a W. Lee's in his
16
bottom lane. Unnoticed though.
Doesn't have flash or kick, but kicks up soon.
Gonna go ahead and get this golem to steal Krugs. See if he can maybe make the play back down bottom. I mean, they don't have vision, and red team is pushing out right now. And Buddy decides, nah, your gank potential is not here. I'm just gonna push the entire wave. But you know, it's all right though.
That's one of the great things about Saber. I don't really want to fight you right now. I'm just gonna shove you under your.
But I'm excited to see which team goes for the Infernal first. Oh, Leona going in with the 2v1 here. Interesting.
Yeah.
Just
That's ballsy
maybe-
as heck.
Just trying
Yeah.
to third, I suppose there. But you know, it's really it's going to be interesting to see which team prioritizes this Infernal Dragon first, because really both teams benefit from this so badly. Hecarim coming in with the blast cone, Leona getting the exhaust down on her, missing the ultimate, getting the Q down on the Lee Sin.
But there's Lee Sin
Lee's
right there.
here, Lee's here.
He's actually there to help him out, and that's exactly what I was
Nice.
saying.
We got a TP coming in from the Galio.
Team
Oh,
to
it's
try
a
to
double
follow.
TP. It's a double TP.
It's a double TP, the Galio.
Oh no.
What a play! The Lulu knockup finishing him off! Oh my gosh, what a play! The double TP, the Galio ultimate gets two of them in, the follow-up CC, the EQ from the Lulu, the knockup, very nicely played. Very nice double TP there. Well played.
I just saw something in our all chat. The double TP, holy crap. Channeling their inner CLG.
But
And now
But you know something, like blue team can't exactly do anything about that. That was honestly a great play. But the thing is that Lucida was where he needed to be. They ended up getting the kill on the Hecarim. They ended up doing whatever they needed to do in order to make everything happen. It gave Stock time up top to actually go in and farm. I'm actually really surprised that Stock didn't go in for the TP bot lane. I'm pretty sure that was a little bit of mixed communication there as well, because they were all pretty low. So, you know, they can't be exactly too mad about that. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, both of them had their TP up, and it just happened.
Yeah, I think you hit it on, nail on your head. I think it gave Stock some time to free farm, which he really desperately needed. Maybe get him a chance to get to his Rod of Ages, which would still allow it to stack before about 26 minutes in the game, which is good for him. I'm not sure if he has enough gold for it right now. Let me see if I can figure out how to check that. I know there's a way to.
You know, it's a situation in which they got the double TP off, but the reason they were able to get that gank off so successfully is because summoner spells were just not effectively used. The exhaust was burned at the beginning of the fight on the Leona, so that allowed the Hecarim to come in and kind of use his full damage. Like right now, it's gonna get this gank off. Twitch is stealth, Sivir ultimates. Oh, Sivir gets the stealth kill. Nice ultimate from Hecarim. Twitch has got the poison going. It's gonna be enough with the expunge. Looks like Karma's gonna go down as well. Nice flash from Twitch to finish it off with the red buff. But what are they gonna do with this now? Are they gonna push bottom? What objective are they gonna go for?
I feel like the ideal play would be to go mid, but right now they don't have priority there because Dill had just based. So there's not really a way to maybe make that happen there. Looks like we're gonna see a tower going down, although Zilean might end up paying
I don't agree with this dive here.
Well, he got the tower. He
Like the two ganks going on for the Galio. He's got the movement speed, getting the Galing winds out. Looks like he's just gonna run away. Not gonna be able to get that chase down. But again, red team taking advantage, getting those objectives. You know, making the pick and then doing something with it. You know, they got those 2 kills bottom lane. They didn't just get the 2 kills though. They got the 2 kills and they got a tower. Then they got Infernal Dragon, stacking everything on top of each other, maximizing that gold lead, you know, being very efficient with their time. You know, all of their movements are kind of calculated out. Like, all right, we got an advantage here. What are we going to do with it?
the lead play.
Flash.
We got a nice stun on the Leo under the tower. Hecarim's got a flank on this fight if he chooses to go that way when he takes his blue buff.
I thought that was Galio picking him off, but it was blue team warning that they're there. Oh, Lee gets it now? No, yeah,
No,
I thought he did.
Galio took it. Galio
Oh,
took
but,
it.
you know, that team fight there was a really nice pick from the Lee Sin. They didn't really have enough damage to kill him, but the reason for that is the utility from the Lulu. You know, you got the shield. Nothing you can really do about that. You know, you're just going to shield and polymorph you for days. You're not going to be able to get around that. You know, it's you know, that's the nice part about having that Lulu mid, especially a Lulu mid with a lot of farm and you know, pretty good score at this point. Is you try to take a pick on him, he's just gonna polymorph you when you get the damage in. He's just gonna put the shield on the carry. You can't really do much against the Lulu. It's nice, and a nice stun coming out from the Zilean. That's gonna be a lot of damage on a Lulu shielded though.
And a lot of damage already coming out from front lash though. Essentially half health and Buddy with just 1 Q Gale Wind combo.
See, this is nice though. That Zilean's having impact. He's getting the poke downs. That's the thing that their team comp desperately needs. The lead, is he gonna take? Is he gonna take it? No. But that's the thing that Austrian Champion Spotlight definitely needed is that poke. And they're getting it from the Zilean. You know, he's providing that. It's allowing the carriers on. Well, it looks like Red Team's trying to make a play here, burning the spell shield. Galio,
Oh, nice bomb from
Zilean. By the Zilean, very nicely played. Lee trying to get the damage in on the Ooh, not gonna be enough. They are chasing this Galio down bottom. Galio, huge damage coming down on the Sivir.
Ouch. That's all I got to say about that.
The Lee might be trying to make something happen. It would be risky against the Lulu shield. But it's you know, misfortunate. Oh, Lee's gonna try to do this. Lulu's got the shield. It would be risky. Leo's gonna get the stun. No, doesn't look like it. Twitch is coming in from the side. Stealth. They don't know. He did walk through a ward though. Twitch is gonna get the E damage down. Maybe enough with the expunge. Finishes him off. Nice plays. Are they gonna be able to get the karma as well? I think he did use the expunge already. Well, oh,
yeah.
Oh, the lucky
Too many
shield.
shields.
You know, it's you know. Austrian Champion Spotlight's been making some nice plays. It just hasn't been enough to finish them. You know, they've been getting like a couple picks here and there, you know, getting them low, but every single time they get away with slivers of health or they make that nice pick. You know, they had that pick on the Galio. He was just like, nah, I'm going to kill you. And boom, that damage turned it around. Ooh, looks like they might be able to get Galio though. Oh, gets the bomb down. He does have his own shield though. It's going to be oh, yeah. Shield recovered by a lot.
The Galio's already really tanky, and it's just on Abyssal Scepter, and a Catalyst. Still probably going to build into a Rod of Ages. Will likely build into a GA at some point. That's going to be a hard Galio to kill.
And, they have. Blue team does have that utility with the movement speed, but again, they're missing the damage. I mentioned the poke from the Zill. That's good and all, but Lulu shields could just prevent all of that. Galio shields could just prevent all of that. They really need Buddy to kind of get back into this game a little bit. He's only got the Essence Reaver. He's up about 40 farm, but he's only got the Essence Reaver. They got to get some more kills on him. They got to put that carry potential in his shoes.
Buddy had to go Merc Treads as his boots option. I don't disagree with that. It helps you get away from pretty much their entire team a lot faster.
And Greg, you're absolutely right, and I sort of made a comment about that in the beginning of the game. Is that it's a lot of pressure for Buddy right now because they're going to be needing all that They're going to need all the damage they can get at this point, and they put a lot of that priority. And Lee Sin actually steals the dragon there. And so
they really needed that. That Inferno definitely helps.
That's perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, a double Inferno coming out for Red Team would have been very, very come back from. Let's see, would it be 16% increased damage, 8% increased damage?
Yeah, something.
Well, now they have the priority on mid lane here. They could even turn this into a tower.
Yeah, it would have been a 16% increase, yeah. And they are going to get the top kind of out of position here. Might be able to do something. Now it looks like they might just back out of it. Nice rotation from Blue Team. Getting that tower, now backing out. They might be able to make this into a rotation for top lane. Galio is in the process of backing out. He's going to blast off. Here it is. He's waiting for it. Patient. Oh, he blasts off. Might be a little bit early, though. Blue Team is trying to make... Red Team might try to make this flank on him. That's nice Leona ultimate into the Galio ultimate. Ooh, nice flashes away, though. Leona E coming with at least into the kick away. Damage him. The bomb's down.
Can Buddy get an angular damage?
A lot of damage. The Hickor's coming in with the ultimate. Finishing him off. The Hickor on damage with the ultimate. And the AoE damage just absolutely crushing it.
And that was one of those... Galio got the rotation on, and Maokai never got a chance to get rotated over there. And so it turned from Champions Validation thought they had a out-rotated, but it turned from like 4v2, where it was the four of them on Galio, into a 4v5 very fast. And Maokai he was on his way there, but by the time he got there, his team was dead.
It's one of those things in which they're making the big plays, the Blue Team that is, they're making the good picks and stuff like that, but it's the team fight potential. The Zillion with the double bomb coming out, oh my gosh, the damage will be enough, the Karma Poke, oh, the flash.
Forces the flash.
But back to what I was saying, it's the fact that Hecarim is huge. He does so much damage. He flashed in and pretty much single-handedly killed their whole team, and Twitch was not even touched. Twitch is 5-1. Twitch might be down 40 farm, but for the second game in a row, that Twitch is very far ahead.
Yep.
They put that, the Lulu support a lot of times, it's missing out on that damage, obviously. It's more of the utility support. But when you have your top laners ahead, providing that front line, your AD carry is huge right now, and your jungler is doing so much damage. I mean, they kind of have that chemistry these two games. They kind of have their set roles in their jobs, and it's really been working well for them.
One of the things about Hecarim in the jungle that I have found is it can have a little bit of a tendency to fall off late, but in this situation against the Lee Sin, Hecarim's probably still outscaling the Lee Sin, on top of the fact that he's got 3 kills on him.
Absolutely. All Hecarim has is a Triforce. I mean, some people don't even count the jungle item as an item. So essentially, he's already popping off with 1 item. He has, 4 items to go? There's no question that he's still going to be scaling, especially into late game. I mean, maybe he'll fall off if Blue Team can get this into maybe a 50 to 60-minute game, but then at the same time, you run the risk of that Twitch just getting absolutely huge as well.
Yeah. The question for me is if Buddy can get to the point where he can make it dangerous for Hecarim to dive him. Because that is the one thing about Hecarim. He will be tanky, but he's not nearly as tanky with Cinderhulk and the Triforce as he will be as he would be if he would have had, say, crap, I'm blanking on the name of it. I can't remember. An armor item, maybe Dead Man's Plate or something. He wouldn't be as tanky in that situation, and so it opens up the chance for him to still be killable. Galio only catches one. It's just gonna hold the Maokai in place long enough to let the fight continue. We've got a lot of damage on the back line. Lulu's down, Buddy gets the kill, but Hecarim is here and he is wrecking some havoc, and it's gonna be a Twitch Hecarim show to run the rest of that fight. Zillion ults himself, managed to live, but I'm not sure how long it's gonna be for. He's just gonna kite away. Is this gonna be the Penta for Twitch? And it's the Penta kill for the Twitch, the first one, and I had the glorious opportunity to cast it. A well-played fight. Even though Lulu got picked off at the beginning of it, that's the thing that we've been talking about. Lulu's not really the damage in this comp. Lulu's the utility. Lulu's there to protect the damage in the comp. And while the quick kill went down on her, you still had a Hecarim and a Twitch just running through that team fight, basically wreaking havoc. And as soon as Twitch got resets, it was kill after kill after kill.
It's very similar of last game in the fact that blue team makes some good plays. They had that Zillion stun, very, very good plays. Galio only had one person with his ultimate, but they're so far ahead from the early game. And the character and the champions that you want to be ahead are the ones that are extremely ahead. I mean, that Hecarim came out of that fight, he's basically full health.
Well, it's actually funny. It's actually funny because Hecarim in reality came from behind him. He had the flank on Buddy and essentially 1v1'd him.
We got Lucida picking up the Twitch, at least the shutdown gold. But this is going to turn into so much more that they don't really want. Because here's the rest of the party.
It goes back to it. Trying to make plays. Now Karma's nice flash over the wall.
Nice flash.
Hecarim's coming in with the Q though. Lulu's not going to be able to escape. I mean, that damage through the shield. They're trying to make these plays. And, honestly, their team fighting has been really good. Ever since that double TP bottom, I would honestly say blue team in team fights has had generally I wouldn't say better, but their team fighting has been, more effective. They've kind of been making their composition effective. But the fact is, they're just down so much gold. You can be as effective as you want, but you're just not going to have more damage than them when they have more items.
Well, and there's not a single person on Team 6 right now that you can just ignore. If Galio shows up, you have to respect it. He's got a lot of damage on him. If Hecarim shows up, you got to respect it. If you don't look onto the Lulu, then the shields are just gonna negate everything else you're doing. Oh. Paid for it with his life, but he picked up the dragon.
I gotta say, Illicida has made some very nice leads. Hecarim's coming in now. They're having to pop the late ultimate there. But now this situation, Maokai's top lane, it's gonna take him 8 seconds to back. He's gotta get back. Get out of there, man. They're gonna come. You get back.
What's out here?
I mean, he's getting tower for tower, but it's a second tier. They're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It's a 5v3 at this point. And he's back. He's
back
now.
What I will say. Well, what I will say about that though, they had to give the one tower, but Zillion Sivir is no joke on wave clear. It's still pretty solid wave clear, so it's not like they were completely defenseless on the inhib tower. Oh, those Lulu shields are just obnoxious.
And actually, Buddy went Phantom Dancer second, and I absolutely do not agree with that pick at all, because that's telling me, hey, he's trying to 1v1 that Twitch. In what world will Twitch want to try and 1v1 you?
It's all about the survivability, I think. I have a Hecarim on me, I can auto-attack him and he'll deal. I don't think it's about 1v1ing the AD carry. Survivability.
I mean, it still doesn't matter, though. It'll only let you survive so much. You want survivability, you build the tank item, not a Phantom Dancer. Because now you're giving up damage, you're giving up damage that you already don't have. You understand what I'm saying? So
what would you have had him build? A Shiv?
Oh no, a Lord Dominic's.
I can see some logic into getting
a Lord
Dominic's item in there.
Sure if Lord Dominic's would be the thing when you have 0 speed items.
Well, Phantom Dancer is not that good of an item either. So maybe even an IE, a static.
The only thing I could have seen maybe instead of the Phantom Dancer would be either their Shiv or Rapid Fire.
I mean, you got to remember, he does have Merc Treads, so he'll have literally 0 attack speed. He has to get some kind of attack speed item. I think honestly, at this point, it's a situation in which they're a very heavy pick composition, and they're down so much gold. Even if they do get a pick, they're not going to be able to kill whoever it is. Like, who are they going to get a pick on that they're going to honestly kill?
Well, they showed in the fight
on a Twitch.
They showed in the fight before that they can get a pick on the Lulu, but then everybody else is there. And if you get a pick on the Twitch, as long as the Lulu's there doing her job, it's just darn near impossible to make it happen.
Sivir coming in with the ultimate, looking trying to make plays here. Again, not enough damage to finish things off. They had to use the ultimate there to engage, but it just wasn't enough to get any damage. Red team literally has 0 damage dealt to them. It just wasn't enough to finish it off. Twitch didn't have to burn either of his summoner spells, and that's the biggest ultimate on blue team to try to engage there. They're just down too much gold. But another point to be made, they have the double TP, they're not utilizing it. Galio with a flash from the beginning 3 after coming in with the damage. This might be a point. Nice coming in from the side. Again, Red team taking their damage, Twitch coming in with the damage from the side. Twitch might finish off the tower though, taking it. Maokai coming in with a little late TP trying to make something happen. Not going to be enough. Nice plays from that Galio.
That's what I want.
Petro just given free roam of the backline.
Man, they know how to create a comp and they know how to use.
I was about to make the comment, man, they're not utilizing. Yeah, we're not. We're
and
engaged.
and they just did it.
Game,
I mean, they're so they're so tanky. They're so tanky that they're like, okay, well, we'll just run through the towers at this point because you're not killing us fast enough, and towers aren't going to kill us for sure because of all the tankiness.
Yeah. Well, and the shields and everything, like that Lulu shield, the cooldown probably what, like 4 or 5 seconds at this point. Well, they might be able to make something here, but the Nexus is already down. So, yep, good game, 26-5, won by Team 6.
So to kind of wrap both of these games, at least in my opinion, the thing that really separated the two teams was the early game. Austin Champion Spotlight really had some good ideas. Team fights, they kind of had some good synergy there. But I mean, when all of your laners are down 20, when all of your laners are down 2 kills, you just can't. You make those plays, but you just don't have the damage to follow up on it. I mean, towards the end of the second game specifically, they had some really nice Zillion stuns. They had like 2-person Zillion stuns. Sometimes Galio would only hit his ultimate on 1 person, but I mean, Lulu has the utility to just survive everybody, keep everybody alive. They make the plays, but they just can't get the damage. They can't finish them off. And Twitch can just sit as far back as he wants and just wreak havoc.
It's part of why Twitch is so strong right now, because he outranges most everything. So, we've got 2 games in the books. MVP. Whether it's 2 different people from each game or 1 person for both games, what are we thinking?
I'm gonna have to give it to Sir Everett. He was absolutely influential with his Vi in game 1, and hey, his Hecarim was no slouch in game 2. He actually made a lot more. He made a lot more happen, and he, to be completely honest with you, I feel as if he hard carried that game. He hard carried the game with Hecarim, and more or less, he created the lane and the situations in the first game with his Vi to create that just monumental lead from early to mid game on the Vi. So I'm gonna have to give it to Sir Everett.
I personally want to give it to General Dill. Watching his play, he was just always where he needed to be, always doing what he needed to do, shielding who he needed to shield. It was very clean Lulu play. And while maybe he didn't stop playing, he didn't run over the mid lane in any sense. In the team fight sense, I think he played everything pretty darn near perfect. So that's my vote.
I'm choosing a totally different person than you two, and I'll explain why.
All right.
My MVP award is going to go to Packer, and I'll tell you why. Number 1, guy comes in as a sub, literally has not played a single game with this team at all. Dude stepped up, man. I mean, he had what was the score from last game? 12-1, 12-3.
14, 12, and 5 the last game.
14, 12, and 5, 14 and 2 this game. dude comes in, has never played with this team at all, putting out some serious damage. He was that hard carry that they needed. You had the utility mid laner to make that 80 carry, to make that that hard carry 80 carry shine, and he shined really well. He fit with that team so well. I honestly think his positioning in team fights generally was very good, and that's what helped them a lot. The jungler had some nice plays. I'll definitely say that, and Dill had that peel. But the reason they had that was to revolve around that Twitch damage. That's what they were building that team comp around. Is okay. We have that utility. We have the shields for the Twitch. We have the jungler, the high damage tanky jungler to get in their face. But what's going to be the thing that's going to really give us that team fight advantage? And that Twitch, I think he stepped up. I think Packer really, for someone that hasn't played with them before, I think he definitely shined.
So,
All right.
So
I
now,
have an idea.
Now how do we fix this?
I have an idea.
What's up?
I say we open it up to the Twitch chat. What do they think?
Oh, I like that idea. Twitch chat, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, Twitch chat? And you're not allowed to vote Dill because he didn't play Urgot. So Dill's automatically on the table.
You just said that because it was my choice.
So we got... Yeah, that's it. So we got, as options, we got Packer Diehard, 80 carry, playing Twitch both games. General Dill, Lulu both games. Or Hecarim and the Vi, Sir Everett's. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Galio shout out.
Hey, to be honest, to be honest, okay. And I'm gonna say this to Frontlash and whatnot. Honestly speaking, that Galio, the Galio, and for that matter, the Lissandra, you actually that lane was essentially won. Was essentially won. Stock had such a hard time during those entire 2 games that it automatically made for Champion Spotlight Ashen to really do anything because Stock was just so far behind. So major props to you, man, and everything, but I don't know. I still got to give it to the jungler because he just created so much opportunity during those 2 games that I can't give it up. I can't give it up to anybody other than Sir Everett at this point.
What's the Twitch chat seeming to be saying?
I mean, right now we have Panda saying Sir Everett's, and not really anyone else really wants to give their.
So if we don't get another one,
I'm down for the Sir Everett's vote. I'm down
Let's
for
do it.
Okay, well,
Dill
Dill gave it to Sir Everett's as well.
Well, Dill didn't play Urgot, so we honestly don't really. So we can automatically take that one out. But I think we can give it to Everett's anyway.
yes, let's get him in here.
Let's get him in here. Let's send him a message. Make sure he knows first.
Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
Have I been muted this whole time?
Yes, you've been muted the whole time.
Oh, I've been commentating on. Not really, but.
Woo! Yes, John, you've been muted.
Oh, there he is.
Oh wow! Hello.
Sir Everett's, I presume.
The Sir Everett's.
Yes.
The Sir
The
Everett's.
one and only.
All right. So, Greg, why don't you go ahead and start off the questions?
Sure. All right. So I kind of, at least my opinion on it was, you were really revolving around that Twitch, that hyper carry. I guess what were you, in team fights? What were your guys' kind of goals? Were you just trying to kind of get you and your top laner in there and just burst them as quickly as you can? Were you trying to have Dill just like peel? Like what in team fights? What were you guys trying to focus around?
Generally what I was just trying to do, I was just trying to disrupt their back lane and everything. So like in most of that game, I was just going for Sivir, just trying to make sure she got out of it as I was playing with the Hecarim. I'm sure you probably noticed that, especially towards the end there. And then with Vi, I was just the same thing. I was just trying to be as disruptive as possible, just trying to make sure to get to their carries, aiming for Ahri or just best that I could. And then it just freed up the Twitch because they're trying to get me off their back line that Twitch just laid down.
I have a question. So
Yes.
you guys played with a sub last week.
Yeah.
And you played with a different sub this week. Has it been
Yeah.
tough working with so many different types of people? Working with synergy among your five, it looked like you guys were incredibly tight as a unit. So I'm just curious
Yeah.
if that just happened or if you had to actually take some time to practice it and talk through things as a team.
I mean, it hasn't been a problem for us at all. We've been doing just fine with it. And I mean, it kind of helps that Front Lash, General Dill, and myself were all from the same chapter, so we've all played together before, and so we already have a lot of synergy between the three of us. And then just throwing in whoever we need, our support is. I mean, I freaking love them. So we throw around who we need, but we got it.
Nice.
Okay. I actually have a question. So
Oh my god! Of course you do. I'm sorry I didn't play Urgot. Okay, yes, I don't know why Dylan didn't do it. I don't have an answer.
No, but my question is this: you guys actually suffered a defeat last week and whatnot. So coming away from that game, what exactly were your guys' mentality? I understand that Dylan wasn't there to exactly help you guys and whatnot, and you guys were missing, a very vital piece of your comp whenever it comes to that. So, what exactly was the narrative coming out of that week 1 loss and coming to this, really, really just absolutely amazing week 2 win?
Definitely, we made sure that we were communicating a lot more as a team. We were making sure that we had one person making calls, and we were following those calls. That was a problem we were having the first week. We were definitely starting to place priorities onto objectives, so focusing on Dragon and Barons and everything. That was something that we were really struggling with the first week. We gave up, I want to say 6 Infernals, which really hurt us. I think it was 5 out of 6 Infernals, and that really hurt us towards the late game. Then we definitely decided that we needed to communicate a lot more as a team and put a lot more focus on objectives. And we feel like, I mean, we were talking about it the first game. We felt like we really accomplished that.
Now here we'll wrap it up here, but I got one more question for you. So looking forward, we're talking about the positives here. What are some things you guys think you can improve on? What are some things that in each of those games you were like, all right, that's definitely something we're going to need to take a look at in the future?
Probably definitely taking advantages of, like, when we were sieging, we were just kind of piddle farting around top lane that first game, just kind of just standing around. But we need to make sure we focus on our sieging. Definitely need to work on that. And then taking, like, when we win team fights, making sure that we focus on getting the objectives and taking advantage of those leads that we have.
I chuckle because, and if you watch the VOD back, you'll hear it. But I chuckle because that was actually something that we talked about on the cast. Was when that play was happening right before you set up your cheese bush. When that play was happening, it felt like there was a little bit of a stagnancy that you guys couldn't quite crack through the base. That maybe if you had a little bit different strategy going into it, and then you solved that both times by just getting the game-winning team fight.
Yeah. And then in both games, too, that's what happened. We were sieging, and we gave up towers for them and just for minion waves because we weren't. So it's something that we're going to work on.
All right, man. Well, hey, congrats on your win. Congrats on grabbing that MVP and whatnot. And best of luck to you going forward on this LCS, man.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later.
Later.
All right. So
last comments here. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, give the channel a follow. It definitely helps our numbers boost up, for sure. That's always nice. But above all, it's easier when you follow because that way you'll get notifications when we're streaming. The matches are all random, so if you follow the channel, you'll be able to know when the match is up. You tune in, see when other teams are playing. So definitely give us a follow. Definitely would appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, and also with that, thank you so much for the constant viewers that are always on the stream. We're always getting a consistent number of maybe 25 to 30 viewers, mid-game and whatnot. Guys, you absolutely have no idea how great that is. maybe we can make it bigger in the future and whatnot. And it just really says a lot that there are a lot of brothers out there that, and friends of brothers as well, that really just all come together for a community and helping us out with this, because I can only imagine what Greg's feeling right now with the way that he's envisioned, because he was essentially the one that made all this happen. But me, just streaming, casting, and whatnot, having an absolute blast with this, and I hope every single participant of this league, as well as the viewers, are just absolutely enjoying every single game that comes our way. But thank you guys so much for always sticking with us, through the random times and everything. Because seriously, y'all are the best.
Yeah, and thanks for listening to my casting. Sometimes I suck. Sometimes I'm okay. Hopefully, all the time I'm at least entertaining.
There you go. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and end it here, but like Dylan said, go ahead and give us a follow so that you automatically know when the next time that we are going to be streaming, and so that way you can get all your games in over here for the PMEA LCS. This has been Sebastian.
Eric.
Gerd 7.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Later.